Hi there. I'm here today with Kate. How are you going, Kate?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So Kate is a third year, penultimate year marketing student.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was having a great conversation with Kate around a recent application and assessment centre she attended for a summer intern at an ASX top 50 listed company. Mm-hmm. So that's really exciting, and congratulations on getting that far in the process. I know it's kind of daunting. Yeah. But let's call this company A. Mm-hmm. They've sent you an email saying, come to this assessment centre. Once you've fallen off your seat and gone, oh my gosh, what does this mean? What do I do? How did you prepare for it?
Mm-hmm. So at first, I've never done one before, so I don't really know what was involved. They did say there were going to be a few different components to it. I did have a friend that completed it last year, so that was like a really good contact to have.
Yep.
And she kind of just gave me some tips and advice. So there were 3 different sections to it. There was some sort of testing.
Yep,
so
like a psychometric assessment?
Sort of.
Or a cognitive, logical and numerical reasoning?
Pretty much,
cognitive assessment,
so like
okay.
maths assessment,
yep.
Comprehension. There was a group activity.
Yes.
So there was like someone that was watching you, and it was all about teamwork and not necessarily getting to the right answer, but how you worked in a team.
Definitely.
With other people.
Yeah.
And then the last step was an interview. So
okay, one-on-one interview.
One-on-one interview.
Okay, great. So firstly you do an online assessment, is that sort of it?
Yeah.
So that would be like a standard kind of psychometric assessment.
Aptitude test.
And it would cover a cognitive element, your ability to think, some numerical reasoning, time pressured, and then some, about you, how you like to work and things like that. Sort of, we call that a personality scale. Mm-hmm. And then you've gone into this environment of teamwork, right? Mm-hmm. And you said, the problem was none of you were going to solve that problem, right?
Yeah, it was something completely like out of the park. So it was like, you're on the moon, list these 20 objects or things in order of what you'd need the most. And so like no one in our team knew much about science, but it's more about how you talk and you suggest things and, what about you think about this, and work in a team. And
so you have people that are visibly observing you?
Yeah, so there was one lady watching and taking notes.
And what do you think she's observing? What behaviour do you think she's interested in seeing in that environment?
I think like your skills, so like listening skills, the way you talk and communicate with people.
Yep.
And like reasoning as well, probably.
I think there's an element of those that try and overbear and be over-dominant. And then there's an element of those that can't stand up and be heard, right? Like, so you need to be assertive enough to get your point across, but not over-dominating, because that's also a trait we don't like. So there's that combination of the two.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then the one-on-one interview, what did they ask you? Was it behavioural?
Actually wasn't so much. A lot of it was just like things you're interested in or your experience at the moment.
Did they say, tell me about a time when you...
Not actually, I'm trying to think. The first question, one question was like, what's a brand that you're really interested in?
Oh, cool.
So they kind of went from there, or like, what sort of work do you want to get into?
Yeah, cool.
It's different, kind of different.
Okay, so, and was there anything in there that you didn't expect? What was the bit that you went, I'm not ready for this one?
I think with the aptitude testing, it was very there was a lot of time restriction on it.
Yep.
So they give you like 3 minutes to complete something that you probably need 5 or 10 minutes for.
They do that on purpose?
Yeah. But it's really like, everyone was like stressed because you don't finish it, or it's
designed for you not to finish?
Yeah.
Because what that does is it creates an environment when you're under pressure, and then it's watching, like, everybody's under the same amount of pressure, like it's not unique to it. So it's creating this environment that says, what does she do? And people generally do one of 4 things: either speed up and make silly mistakes. They make silly mistakes. They freeze, or they really slow down and overthink things. Yeah, they're the common things that people do when that time counter. The time counter comes in all of these assessments.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And the last thing I wanted to know: say I said to you, right, we got one at the next company and top ASX company tomorrow. What would you do now? Differently in your preparation, or how would you prepare for it now in hindsight with your experience for this assessment centre tomorrow?
Yeah, so I think firstly I would definitely do some more aptitude testing. Yep. There's probably a lot of free online quizzes you can do to like just practice. Because at first it's just like getting used to it and knowing about the time restriction and working on that.
So practice your aptitude psychometrics, yes?
Yeah, probably just interview questions. I think just practicing how you respond to things and thinking of ideas, because a girl that had the interview before me told me, oh, they asked you about a brand. So I was kind of lucky to think of something, but if I was put on the spot, I wouldn't know what I'd say.
And do they get you to draw on past experiences?
Not so much really. Like they didn't actually ask me about any jobs I've had before or anything. Okay. They just said, what's your position at the moment?
Okay. I would be prepared for that though, just in case.
Yeah.
And so you would think more broadly about the questions, you'd practice your aptitude, what else would you do? What would you do in preparation for that group exercise?
Yeah. I don't really know what you can do just to prepare. Probably just think about how
you're coming
you're
across.
Going to approach it, and like just be friendly, because everyone, some people will be up against the same one as you. But I think the thing is to just be, if you are quite a social extrovert and you do like to take control of those situations, make sure you're bringing people on the journey. Yeah.
And if you are a bit introverted, sometimes you got to put yourself outside your comfort zone and make sure you're heard and don't get walked over in those scenarios.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's really helpful. I know that this probably would have been a helpful tip before you went into that one. So any of you that are going towards a assessment centre, a large corporate, and there's some structure and you want to know some tips, hopefully these have been helpful. And we look forward to speaking to you next time.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.